Donald Trump absolutely loves making a mockery of the people most loyal to him, the people who worship him most. Yesterday, we made fun of him, I think understandably so, for endorsing Eric. Just whatever Eric, any Eric, give me an Eric, your Eric, Eric on discount, whatever. And we thought it was hilarious that in a race with multiple Erics, he would just endorse all of them or whatever. No, he wasn't embarrassed. He wasn't humiliated. He liked it because it humiliated them. Business Insider has a breakdown of, talking to sources near him, saying that he gloated after his vague endorsement left everyone named Eric scrambling to claim it, including his son. He thought it was, quote, a thing of beauty and too goddamn funny to endorse Eric in the Missouri primary. And then to watch both Eric Schmitt and Eric Greitens both claim that, no, it was totally about them. And in fact, it's weird that you don't get that. It's so clear. The choice is so clear for you, not for Trump. He didn't choose. He endorsed both of them. Anyway, in case you missed it, I'm going to quickly give you, this is literally communication from the former most powerful person in the country saying, there's a big election in the great state of Missouri, and we must send a MAGA champion, or I guess whatever. I am therefore proud to announce that Eric has my complete and total endorsement. And that left them both to make campaign ads for it and put out tweets at the same time on the same platform, both claiming that he was endorsing them, and he was laughing at them. And it's actually even slightly weirder and more pathetic than that in a way that we'll get into in just a moment. But JR, like, this is the guy that they are debasing themselves for. He is delighting in sending them scrambling and making them look like jackasses.
The only thing that looks crazier than the things that we're seeing happen with the Republican Party, specifically under Trump and what Trump is making them do, and now he's got, like, you know, his puppet strings attached to both of these guys, and he's just laughing at them, is that people predicted a lot of these things that happened. They were seen as Trump derangement syndrome, and, oh, you guys are overblowing this whole thing when it comes to court rulings on gun issues and abortion and all this stuff. And specifically with Donald Trump having fun with the Republican Party as he dismantles it for his own self purposes, right? This is just another example of that, but still we're looking at the results of this guy running the party, and he's having fun making the two of them fight like they're in an arena, and he's sitting there with his grapes, kicking back, waiting for someone to die. He goes, should I unleash the tigers yet? Because both of these fools will do anything for me. All I have to do is say the name and they'll fight. 100%. He's laughing at them like he's this Roman emperor who's letting the peasants rip each other apart.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's like that scene out of The Dark Knight where he, like, takes the stick and breaks it in half and says we have one job opening. Like, but the thing is, I am sure that they know the humiliating, terrible position they've been put in, these candidates, and yet they're so weak. They're so unable to chart a different course. They're so incapable of getting through to the indoctrinated masses of Trump fans that they have to go along with it. As sad as it is, this is their bed and they're going to sleep in it, or watch Trump sleep with their wife in it. I don't know. I don't know what they're into, but they like being humiliated. That much is clear. Now, all of this is, as people are identifying in the chat, Trump messing with them and making them look bad. It also, at the same time, let's be clear, it's like a ridiculous way to comport yourself as the leader of a political movement. I get that he doesn't care. He feels no ethical obligation to his voters, the politicians who support him, anything, so he can just do that. So it's a judgment without much sting for him. But let's also be clear, he comes out of this looking a little bad too. Take a look at this from Insider. Politico reported that Trump made the strange endorsement because he had run out of time after imposing a deadline on himself to decide between Greitens and Schmitt. We're going to return to that graphic in just a sec. This is like presenting it as, oh, for once, Trump was being responsible. He set a deadline and he was going to choose by then. He made this endorsement like a day ago. How much longer could he have waited? What kind of deadline is that? It was on the eve of the election, and he apparently, even setting himself a goal that's supposed to trigger the mind, motivation to do the work and the research and to really think about it and choose because it matters. This is an important position in elected government. He failed. He didn't come up with one. The one piece of research he did Politico sources said Trump went for the double endorsement plan after making sure the candidates' first names were identical. So he did check something, but what did he wiki them? He's like, I want to make sure that this dumbass plan makes sense by making sure their names are the same. But no, I want to return to how humiliating they are. A day before the election, he wasn't 100% sure what their first names were. He had to check it to make sure because he didn't know, because they don't matter to him. JR, this is their party. I hope they enjoy it.
Again, I hope so. If they didn't, they know who the guy was, but for some reason they still think they can battle over his favor. But he's literally playing games with them. Hey, you know, I got to tell you, John. I always set a deadline. I'm last on Christmas shopping. I delay. I wait. You know, I always set a deadline for December 27th to make sure I get my Christmas shopping done. And then when 25th rolls up, I'm like, oh my God, it popped up on me. I guess I only have a few gifts left. Nobody plans for something after a very natural and predetermined deadline date for something. And as I think you exposed here, he wasn't some deadline. It makes it sound like he's responsible, but then it doesn't. There was no deadline. It was, how can I make sure I save face here? Because whoever I choose, if I choose the wrong one, they're gonna come get me. Fox News already seems to be pulling back from me a little bit. The New York Times and the effing Washington Post keep saying that Republicans hate me. I can't look bad at all. I need to keep pushing the same thing, that I won every election and that every Republican still loves me. So he has to now endorse everyone. I endorse everybody in the primary, so then therefore when they win, it's still because of me. That's what this is about.
Exactly. Shade Dragon says on YouTube, this is like dudes who only date women named Jessica, so he always yells the right name. Yeah, it's covering your bases, I suppose. So I think your read is right. I think the Trump fans will totally buy into his strategy, which is, hey, he won last night. One of the Erics he endorsed won. Isn't he great? Isn't he bold? Isn't he beautiful? No, that's not what happened at all. Because he also endorsed the guy who lost. And think about specifically the sort of the flavor of cowardice that we have today. The guy who won, Schmitt, sucks. We'll be dealing with him going forward. But Eric Greitens is an alleged domestic abuser, sexual predator, sexual abuser, blackmailer. Trump wanted him as much as he wanted the other Eric, we have to believe. He wasn't brave enough to actually endorse him, but he also wasn't brave enough to stand against this guy. A guy who had all of that baggage. Trump was not brave enough to say no, because he was worried. He was scared deep down inside. He was scared that that guy would win, and if he turned against him, then he'd look even worse. He couldn't draw a line when it came to all of those insane allegations. And think about the stakes for him, how easy it, in theory, could have been to just go for Schmitt. You might say, well, he has to be careful because they're two different people. They have two different platforms. They'll support or reject him on different policies if he becomes president again. No, they're Republicans. They have no policies. They have no platform. They will do, either of them, whatever he says. And yet, he just wasn't willing to actually go for or against either of them. And Greitens, too, they're both so pathetic. He was the governor of a GD state in America. And back when he was governor, could he have possibly imagined that this real estate, reality TV bozo was going to endorse him and his opponent? He was the executive of an entire state, and he has to debase himself to this dude.
He was a Navy SEAL. His buddy talks about how it's crazy what power will do to you. It'll take you right out of the running for power, ironically, if that's all you're obsessed with, because you don't think about anything else. Did you guys also do the story about the friend of his, Eric Greitens' friend, who said we were both in service together, and after he came out, he was trying to determine if he's going to be a Democrat or Republican. It was all just trying to gain some more power. He has no effing principles whatsoever. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's got something. The dude clearly is a hardcore, rabid misogynist based on his personal life. We understand that. So I would say that, while people like that can certainly be found in both parties, I think it has a slightly more natural home on the right. So I think he chose right in that respect. But like a lot of these politicians, he, like he didn't come into this with, like a really set concrete value system and ideas of the future of America and the policies needed to get us past certain crises. No, there's none of that. It's all just invented. It's whatever it has to be. It's the nature of grift. You want an audience, you want the money, you want the fame and the support. So you just look out there and say, what do people want to be told? Okay, that's what I believe. I guess that's the thing that is super important to me now. And that's who he was. Now, thankfully, he lost. Again, it ain't like we got a good person instead, but he seemed worse, so maybe this is progress. I don't know.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.